Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Groove Digital Presents. My name is Tom Beal, and I am, yes, coming to you from St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands. And you see my great friend Nakimbe on the screen. I'm going to get to a proper introduction to her real soon. But first, as normal, go over to the questions box. This is where you'll be communicating with Nakimbe as she shares some very, very game-changing insights with you that you're going to absolutely love. But go over to the questions box and type in where you're joining from. And let's show Nakimbe some love. Let's show her that the Groovesters are all over the world. They're literally, Nakimbe, I'll get to your introduction soon, but usually it's 10 to 14 plus countries all over the world. So she'll want to see where you're joining in from. So go over to the questions box, type in where you're joining, and I'm going to start reading them out here in a second. But yes, so it's going to be fun. So I'm going to click over to the thing here and says can't hear anything. Oh, yep. Okay, good. Uh-oh, the first question from Eric Scott had me a little concerned. Can't hear anything because the other element with St. Thomas is the internet goes in and out. So I'm going to kind of rush to share a few names and then get to a proper introduction of Nakimbe. But we got apparently everyone can hear because they are following the direction here. So we got Linda from Texas. We got Live from Reno, Nevada. We got Darla from Las Vegas. We got Bernard from Connecticut. We've got Michael from Buffalo. All right, now we're international. We got Anja from Munich, Germany. We got Isra from California, and more coming in. So we are in a good international scenario right now. And now I'm going to get to the introduction to today's presenter, which is a dear friend of mine. And her and I first crossed paths years ago. I don't even remember how many, but it was at one of our great friends and one of Groove's great friends, Todd Brown's event that I happened to be emceeing. And this woman came up after and had all this energy and gave me a big hug. And we have been friends ever since, and found out that she is absolutely super smart, super tapped into marketing, super caring about her clients to help them grow their businesses in a simple, powerful way. And I'm going to get to the proper introduction because it's very impressive. And I want to just give her the proper shout outs for all the great stuff she's doing, and she will help you learn today and implement in your business to grow. So it's with great pleasure that I welcome Nakimbe Baobab Brown. She's an MBA, a PMP, a TEDx speaker, an industry award winner, empowered life specialist, and full stack digital marketer with over 25 years, even though she doesn't look it, but she's got 25 years of C&D level, senior level leadership in private and public sectors, including several Fortune 500 companies. Nakimbe also worked in direct response marketing for several years and apprenticed under Todd Brown in 2015 and 2016. That's awesome. Founder of Maptum International Digital Marketing Strategies and Solutions. Nakimbe successfully managed an annual budgets of $332,000 per year, resulting in $32 million in revenue. That's huge. In an incredibly competitive online market, resulting in phenomenal rates of return. She's known as the queen of strategic organic leads on demand, and you're going to be learning more about that. Nakimbe created the S.O.L.D system to teach her children with zero marketing or business experience how to get a steady stream of hot organic traffic and leads on demand, so that strategically generates free traffic and leads on autopilot for them and increases their businesses. In many cases, she helps people by 100% to 500% in as little as 100 days without spending a dime on advertising ever. And once highly classified, but now available to the general public, the S.O.L.D system has been used in every successful marketing campaign Nakimbe designs for all the businesses she works with, entrepreneurs, small to medium-sized businesses, and corporations, including 3 Fortune 500 companies acquired under her leadership for a combined total, get this, $3.85 billion. Like, this is the real deal. And I'm going to be here in the background, but Nakimbe, I'm going to pass it over to you, and I am super excited that you're here to share your knowledge and insights and the S.O.L.D system and the process here with the Groovesters. So great to have you here, Nakimbe. I'll be in the background if you need me, but Groovesters, get ready, get your pen and paper ready, because here comes Nakimbe. Rock it,
wow.
Nakimbe.
I'm so excited, Tom. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. You are a wonderful friend, and it's been such a pleasure to know you all of these years. So it's really nice to have you here with me today. As Tom said, my name is Nakimbe Baobab, and today we are going to be talking about the S.O.L.D lead generation system that gets you free traffic and leads on autopilot and increases your business by 1 to 500%. So the whole point of this is, how can Groove members, also known as Groovesters, how can you guys use the S.O.L.D lead generation system to get you more traffic and leads on autopilot without spending a dime on advertising ever. I'm going to show you how. So we all know that Mike has created this amazing software that's a better way to help build funnels and sell digital products, right? So you've got your Groove pages and Groove member and Groove video and all of these great things. But in order to get people to get access and to get into it, we have to generate leads. We have to be able to generate leads to get into our funnels, and so that they can access all of these other wonderful services and products that Mike offers, right? Because we all know that it's important to get new customers, but it's not just about getting new customers, it's how do you attract new customers. So I've worked with, like at least 40,000 different businesses. And in my experience, people usually focus on 3 areas to generate leads. They look at social media marketing, content marketing, and video marketing to get leads. Yet, Business Insider reports that 68% of companies admit to struggling with lead generation, right? And according to HubSpot and Bright Talk and Social Media Examiner, 61% of people say that it's their biggest challenge, yet over half of their budget goes towards lead generation. So this just doesn't seem to make sense or really add up. And in my experience, it's because most people have been going about lead generation the wrong way. They have been doing it completely wrong, all right? And just like Mike is sort of transforming and revolutionizing marketing automation with Groove.ai, today we are going to learn about revolutionizing lead generation. The stuff that I'm going to teach you guys today is absolutely going to blow your mind. So I want you to do yourself a favor and say no to distractions. Now, having said that, my little toddler is tucked around in the room. She may run out here for a drink, so I understand that things happen. But I also know in my experience, people come to webinars, they try to get as much information as they can, and then they think that they know it. They go out and they apply it, and sometimes it doesn't work and they don't understand why. And it's usually because you've missed one simple little thing that could have made all the difference. And I'm going to show you and prove how that works later today. So do yourself a favor, say no to distractions for the rest of the presentation, because like I said, this is not only going to transform the way you look at lead generation, it's going to transform your business and also your life. Now, I'm going to be counting down the tips backwards and saving the best for last. So make sure that you stick around right till the end. And I also have a couple of confessions that I'm going to save for the end. So if you want to hear about that, then, make sure that you stick around. So let's get into it. Today, we are talking about lead generation, right? And how you can generate leads and bring them into your funnel using the S.O.L.D system. So I want to thank you, first of all, very much for spending, the next 90 minutes or so with me today, because I know that there are lots of different things you could be doing and lots of places that you could be, and there are lots of different ways that you could be spending your time, but you're here today. And for me, that makes you a champion. Now, this picture is here because, as I said, I've worked with over 40,000 entrepreneurs, and all entrepreneurs are not alike. There are those that are stallions, and I mean, they don't just want to win, they refuse to lose. Because I always used to wonder, what's the difference between a stallion and a horse and a donkey? I thought donkeys couldn't reproduce. They can, it just takes them a really long time, right? So this is the same kind of scenario I want to present to you today, that because you are investing your time, that tells me that you are a stallion, you are a champ, you race forward, you're competitive, and you really want to win. So I want to thank you for spending the next 90 minutes with me today, because you could also be spending time surfing on Amazon buying stuff, right? And spending your money elsewhere, like, how to grow your mindset for the business, or how you can learn more about artificial intelligence to grow your business, or maybe you could be learning about affiliate marketing or email marketing and e-farming, or how to become a speaker and a coach. There are so many places you could be right now, so many things you could be doing, so many places you could be spending your time, but you're here with me. So thank you very much. I promise I'm going to make it worth your while. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is all of those things that I talked about, getting your mind right for your business, or learning about email marketing for your business, or affiliate marketing. What most people do is they focus on that first before focusing on learning and mastering lead generation. And when you think about it, that just doesn't make sense, right? That's really putting the cart before the horse, right? And that's what kind of makes the S.O.L.D system revolutionary. It sort of turns the idea of how people have been doing it on their heads. Now, this is the correct way to do it. You want to put the horse in front of the cart. You want the horse to lead, and that is lead generation, because you have to understand that you can learn mindset and you can learn artificial intelligence and all that stuff, but unless you have a funnel and a system to generate leads and bring them into your funnel, all of those other things will fail. That is why there's such a high statistic with and difficulty around lead generation, because people have been thinking about it the wrong way. And as Tom said earlier, I really did create this program for my children who don't know anything about marketing and don't know anything about business or anything like that. But I'm like, if you guys follow these simple steps, even if you have no money, you will be able to sell anything online and make money selling anything, because you know the steps and you know the structure. So all of those other things, you'll be able to make way more money because you understand lead generation. So that's just to put that part of Tom's introduction into context for you. So as we said, we know that it's important to get customers for your business, right? You need to attract people and business and prospects. That's why lead generation is important, but it's not just regular lead generation. It has to be strategic. And that's where the name S.O.L.D comes from, strategic organic leads on demand. So a little bit about me. Tom's already, done an introduction, but my name is Nakimbe Baobab, and you may have recently seen me on Rich Sheffrin's Steal Our Winners, Strategic Profits, or, seen my TED Talk on how to create a life you love with vision. Maybe you've seen or heard about me in the news. As Tom mentioned, I help all three of these companies sort of reposition, rebrand themselves, get lots of leads, customers' attention, and all of them were like bought out. Right? So that includes all different industries. This is an online education company, Forex and trading and finance, HVAC and energy. But I want you to know that, so Tom already told you, I have my master's degree in business administration, focusing on marketing, innovation, and entrepreneurship. And even though the strategies that I've been using with corporations for decades work very well, they're also transferable to small businesses. Like I said, I created it for my children, right? So it doesn't matter if you have no experience, the S.O.L.D system will work for you. And that work was recognized last year in Las Vegas, Nevada, in April 2022, when myself, Maptim, and the S.O.L.D system was recognized for outstanding leadership in the field of marketing. And for me, that's a big deal, because being a trailblazer or revolutionizing something and making it accessible to everybody is very important, right? So when you have your groove business, whether you are experienced or inexperienced, or you're an aspiring or growing entrepreneur, the S.O.L.D system will also work for you. It doesn't just work for large corporations. For example, these are my private clients with whom I use the S.O.L.D system, and this was some of their results. A barbershop increased their followers and revenues by 256%. There's my restaurant owner. He doubled his income in 12 months just using a few of these simple free strategies. And then it's even worked for nonprofits, right? A nonprofit made $1 million just 14 months after I was working with them. So that is what we are going to be talking about today. And I know that we are in 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 10:30 in the morning Pacific, and then 5:30 across the pond. And Tom has already told me about who's online. So thank you very much again for being here. And speaking of different places around the world, I want you to know that the S.O.L.D system has allowed me to travel and experience things that I've always dreamed of. So I've seen the wonders of the world. There's Stonehenge and the Eiffel Tower. I've, gone to African safaris and, climbed pyramids in Mexico. I lived in Japan for a year, visited Italy. And I also took my children with me on these experiences because, again, the whole soul system, everything is for them. And I wanted them to see the world out there. And I'm sure for you, if you're here, if you're a business owner, you don't want to have a job, you don't want a 9 to 5, you want to make some inroads for yourself. And this is a great place to start and a great place to begin, right? So like I said, I've been able to take my children on these adventures with me, and they've also gotten to see wonders of the world. And a lot of people talk to me about legend and legacy and why they want to do well in their business. And I've also been able to see this and pass this along. That's my little grandbaby. So it's really having your vision, just like my TED Talk says, it's really about having this vision and having it come to life. And that is possible for each and every one of you guys here today with the soul system. So what I want to let you know is, as a chief marketing officer with a master's degree, my salary would start from anywhere from about $265,000, right? So the value of the information that I'm going to be sharing with you here today over the next 90 minutes, if you came into my office as a private client and I shared these exact same strategies with you, when we were done, I would have to send you a bill for a few $100s, but I'm not going to do that today. All of this information I'm going to be sharing with you is 100% completely free. So like Tom said, make sure that you take notes because I'm going to go fast. I'm really passionate and I've got a big personality, so I talk fast, right? Now, also, because of our time constraints, I really am only going to be able to cover the very surface of, what the soul system can offer, but there is an opportunity to, join a private group with me later on if you want to get more deeply into all of the different strategies in the soul system. So now let's get to it. Today, I want to talk about the secrets of the strategic lead generation soul system. First of all, why it's important and how to do it right, how to do it correctly. Then I'm also going to talk about the top 7 mistakes that every entrepreneur that I've run into makes, right? I'm going to tell you about the 12 secret places that you can get great quality leads for free. And then, like I said, lastly, I'm going to share with you today's #1 hack to get free leads and to grow your business fast. So let's just jump right into it. #1, why is lead generation important and how do you do it correctly? Well, we already talked about bringing people into your groove business, right? So how are you going to do that? You've got to get attention, right? You've got to get attention for your business that encourages inquiries and engagement that's going to lead to this sale, right? But as entrepreneurs, we all know we face the same challenges, like how to generate leads on a budget. I gave you the statistics earlier, and admittedly, over 50% of us struggle with it, right? But the reason that lead generation is important, guys, and you need a lot of leads, because statistically, there's like a 1% conversion rate. So you need 1,000 leads to see your offer or business or opportunity or whatever. And out of those 1,000 people, 900 are going to be like not interested. They're just clicking for fun. They're just scrolling, right? But 100 people are going to be like, you know what? This sounds good. Let me check it out further. That doesn't mean they're going to buy. It means they're going to check you out further, ask more questions, compare you to competitors. And then 90 of them are going to say, now is not the time. I don't have the money. I'm going to go with someone else. Boom. And then you're going to get 10 customers. So you have to think about those numbers, and I really want to impress this upon you. Lead generation is important because you need a lot of leads just to get a few customers, right? So why is lead generation important then? Because it is literally the lifeblood of your business. And I gave you these statistics earlier. It's the lifeblood of your business, but over half of us have a challenge getting and generating leads, and we're spending a lot of our money trying to do it and it's still not working. And that's like crazy, right? Now, organizations spend a lot of money trying to generate, here it says about 2,000 leads per month on average. Now, I just went through the statistics, like 1,000 leads would get you 10 customers, so 2,000 leads might get you 20 customers. How many leads are you bringing into your business on a monthly basis? You don't have to tell me, and you don't have to write it into the chat. But if it's not a large number, that is the first clue to let you know why you are perhaps struggling and suffering in business. And again, maybe you're going about lead generation the wrong way, or maybe you're spending ads and it hasn't worked out. I don't know, right? But the reason I think is because, like I said earlier, most people have been going about lead generation the wrong way. Now, what does that mean? What is the wrong way? Let me tell you about the top 7 mistakes every entrepreneur that I've ever met makes when it comes to lead generation. Now, the first thing is jumping into paid ads too quickly. I'm guilty of this myself, so no judgment, right? But a lot of people jump into paid ads too quickly. I need customers, I need sales, I'm going to take out ads. But if you haven't done the work first, you're going to usually run into a lot of trouble. I've seen that a lot, right? So if you need to generate leads, there are 2 ways that you can do it. One is you can pay to be seen. That's paid ads for lead generation. So what that means is that you are spending money for your content to be seen versus organic lead generation, where you publish content that's meant to draw people to you naturally. So you're not pushing and shoving your message into the faces of people that don't care about it and hoping that they click. You are creating content that's natural and wonderful and draws and attracts the right audience to you that is a higher quality lead and more likely to buy, right? And again, if you don't have a lot of money, then paid advertising isn't going to work. And I'm not saying paid ads are bad, because they are certainly good and they work. I'm just saying you should focus on it last. And you're going to see where this last place kind of comes in when I talk about the S.O.L.D system. So in my experience, using paid ads for lead generation has seemed to have been a problem for people for these following reasons. One, it's not possible for everyone, right? Like, not everybody has cash to spend on ads. And you really do need a big budget, okay? A lot of people won't tell you that, but if you want to do well, you have to have a big budget, but you have to gain momentum to get there. Don't just jump into paid ads too quickly. That's the first mistake that I see people doing. Secondly, paid ads haven't really worked for everybody, right? So they're not always super profitable. You put money into ads, but you don't get money out. Sometimes you lose money, right? Working with paid ads can be really confusing and scary because there's not always support. You're trying to learn how to do it on your own, taking courses, or you're trusting an agency or somebody to do it for you. So getting into paid ads, it can be scary and confusing, and what audience to check and what conversion am I mean, it's a whole world in and of itself, right? Paid ads can be really painful, like when you're not making a lot of money and that you take the money that you have and you put it into an ad campaign or an advertisement and it doesn't work out. It's really painful. It hurts your heart because you're not making any progress, right? You also have no control with paid ads sometimes because your ads can get shut down for like no reason. That doesn't happen with organic marketing. You have full control. And then lastly, another problem I've seen with paid ads is that you can blow through your budget really quickly and lose your shirt without having any return on investment. So like I said, it's not that paid ads or using paid ads to generate leads is a bad thing. It's just, I think that you should focus on it last, and the S.O.L system will prove that that is so. So as I mentioned, the S.O.L system, if you haven't heard about it, it's because it's not public. I usually do only use it with corporations and my private clients, right? So these guys all came to me because they had some problem with their paid ads. So the gentleman on the left, he's in real estate, paid I think $10,000 for Google ads, and didn't get a lot of really great leads, and thought, wow, this is a lot harder than I thought, right? $10,000 later. The gentleman in the bottom with the white collar and the jacket, he's a music teacher, also took out ads, had the whole funnel thing going, got 20 sales calls that converted into 2 sales, right? There's the ratio again, about a 1% conversion rate. So he wasn't particularly excited about that. The lady in the top, she is a business coach. So she helps, sick businesses get better. But what she told me is like, Nakimbe, I paid $2,900 for like leads. And, I was excited because I got 700 leads, but most of them were sick. They were crap leads, right? So she blew through her budget. The gentleman on the bottom, he was spending, I think, about $1,500 a month on paid ads and paying someone to manage it. And he's like, Nakimbe, I'm spending $1,500 and I'm making $1,500 and I'm paying someone $500 a month. So why am I spending all this time and energy for no, big returns, right? The gentleman up on top, he's the one of the CEOs that I worked with. I was their chief marketing officer. I think that's the online education company. And you know, you're like, oh yeah, big companies, corporations, they have a lot of money to spend, but they don't want to spend money, right? They have shareholders to answer to at the end of the year. And when they see that a lead that turned into a customer from a referral costs nothing, and a lead from our Google ads costs $4,000 to acquire, which methods of lead generation do you think they want us to focus on, even in corporate? Organic, right? And speaking of organic, the beautiful lady there on the right, her name is Diane. She is a dietitian nutritionist, and you know, she was doing everything right. She had the Facebook ads, people were going into her Facebook group, they got into her email funnel. But what she found was the quality of leads were not good. They stayed on her email list and in her Facebook group for years, and most of them never bought, right? So outside of that, what are the experts saying? Here's my good friend, Dan Lehman, and he works with ads all day long, right? Made $62 million in ads, spent $100,000 in ads a day. And Dan will tell you, look, unless you really know what you're doing, paid ads can be very tricky. Another friend of mine, Alaric Heck, I met him at an event last year, and I said, look, some of the people that come to me don't have money for advertising. Tell me, what is the very minimum amount that they can spend on advertising? He's like, okay, look, the minimum should be $50 a day, right? And as us entrepreneurs, we think, okay, I can manage $50 a day. He goes, but that's for one ad. So you have nothing to test or compare it with to see if it's really working. So you really should have 2 ads going. That means you're spending $100 a day. But 2 ads as testing is not really enough. You really should have 2 different campaigns with 2 ads and compare those to see which one works. And then you maximize and optimize that one. And then you have like an outlier. That's 5 different ads at $50 is $250 a day, guys. That works out to be $7,500 a month, and that's only in one channel. This was for YouTube marketing, right? Think about if you're going to do LinkedIn or Twitter ads or anything else, it adds up. So I'm going to be ruthlessly, brutally honest with you guys here about lead generation, because when you think, oh, paid ads work, I'm going to boost this ad, I only need to spend $50 a day. It does not work in reality, but I'm going to help you change all of that. And then lastly, this is my good friend, Tommy Traffic Powers. And he said, look, you need to spend at least 10 times the price of your product on testing, like Alaric said. You've got to test to see what works and test fast. You want to fail fast. You want to get out the ads that don't work and maximize the ones that do. That's going to take testing. The reason I say don't jump into paid ads too quickly is because people they don't test and they think they're going to get an immediate return on investment, and it doesn't work that way. So if you have a product that's $1,000, be prepared to spend $10,000 just in testing to find out what's going to work, right? And he said, look, you shouldn't even be moving to paid ads unless you've worked in your warm market first. Right? How can you expect strangers who don't know you with no credibility to whip out their credit card, and you can't even sell to your own friends and family or people in your warm market? Your warm market is your organic market, and that is why I say that is the place where you should start. Now, I'm not trying to beat anybody up. I promise you, okay? I completely understand if any of this has happened to you, because it happened to me too. Like I said, I worked in corporate for many years. I was making great money, but I hated my job. I hated going to work every day. I had no joy, no freedom, no passion. And I thought, man, if I could just replace my income, right, and make enough money to pay all of my bills and maybe retire my parents and travel the world, that I would be happy, right? I think most of us want that. You know, and I was happy. You know, I was making money. I left my dead and soul-sucking job, and I was happy, and I was free, and I was living the life, but I wasn't collecting any leads, right? Because I had tried it and gone burned. So I took out Google ads, and for some reason, I guess I didn't spend enough money, so they shut my ad account down, and I guess that's called a Google slap. So I got Google slapped, right? And then I'm like, okay, well, forget Google. I'm just going to move to Facebook. And then, you know, my account got shut down for some terms of conditions. No support, as I mentioned before, to find out what I even did wrong to try to rectify the situation, right? Other people have told me that they've ended up in like Facebook jail. And so I'm like, well, forget all of that. Who cares? I had a full book of clients. I was really busy. I didn't need to worry about leads, right? The only problem was if people paid their invoices late, or if they didn't pay their invoices at all, or if their contracts just ended because I wasn't collecting any leads and didn't have anything in my pipeline or my funnel, I would go broke, right? So I couldn't pay my bills, couldn't pay my staff, my life insurance had lapsed, my software was cutting out, my credit score went to crap, right? I had bill collectors calling me. There was one time when I was so broke, I had less than $6 in two different accounts, like a savings account and a checking account. I think I had $3 and change in one account and $2 and change in another account. And I needed at least $5 of gas to get home. And that's back in the day when, you know, $5 of gas could actually get you somewhere, right? And I thought that that was like the most embarrassing moment of my life until when I met Mike, and he had told me, well, no, he didn't tell me personally, but he had told the crowd that everyone kind of looks at him as, oh, Mike's Filsaime, but he shared that that had happened to him. And so when he told that story, I went up to him, you know, like, oh, Mike Filsaime, I'm like, thank you so much for sharing that story. That exact thing happened to me, you know, so it gave me a lot of hope, and it let me know that, you know, you can bounce back from anything, even when life punches you in the face, right? So again, like I said, I thought that that was like the lowest moment in my financial life, except when my car got like repossessed. Like, oh, it was horrible. So there comes a time in everybody's business, and you may be at this point right now where you're like, you know what, enough is enough. Lead generation is hugely important. It is important to keep your pipeline full, right? And I understand that it's very difficult to do that if you are on a shoestring budget, but you've got to realize, like I did, I'm like, okay, enough is enough. I'm talented, I'm smart, I've had success all in through corporate, right? Okay, that's it. Things have to change. It's game day. So what I realized is that even though I had like the height of education and experience and exposure and expertise, I needed a coach. I needed a support. I think a lot of us as entrepreneurs are kind of doing this solo, right? And, you know, all of the greats say that every coach needs a coach. We all need people to give us feedback. So that's what I did. And part of the reason I did that is I was lucky enough early on in my sort of entrepreneurial career. I tried affiliate marketing, and I also did like network marketing. And I was in a financial company at the time, did very well, flew me down to head office in Atlanta, Georgia, and I got that plaque there, that award. And the CEO at the time of the company said, you know what, congratulations, getting here is a big deal. Like, don't think of it as a small thing. Congratulations, you've done a good job, but just keep it up and remember to always invest in yourself. He said, all of the great and successful people invest in themselves. And that stuck with me for decades, right? So it was easy for me, or easier, I guess, for me to make that decision to hire a coach. Like I said, even though I had all the experience, exposure, and expertise, because every coach needs a coach. And wouldn't you know it, that John Addison, he was the CEO at the time in 2016, he was named the leadership editor of Success Magazine. So I think this man does know a thing or two about what it takes to be successful. And I know that it's not always easy. For me, when I hired my coach, it was $5,000 US. And at the time, I was living in Canada. So with the exchange rate, I was paying like 6,500 bucks. That might as well have been $10,000 for me. It was like the same thing. So it was a big, huge risk and an investment, but I was willing to make that investment in myself, because the best investment you can make is in yourself, right? So how am I going to do this? How am I going to generate high quality leads on a shoestring budget? Well, of course, using the S.O.L.D system. So let me give you a quick recap of what we covered so far, right? We talked about lead generation, why it's important, that 99% of people do it incorrectly. And now I'm telling you about the top 7 mistakes entrepreneurs make. And I've already told you that the first mistake entrepreneurs make when it comes to lead generation is jumping into paid ads too quickly, right? The second mistake is using too few channels. Now, I focused on that a little bit earlier. These are some of the different organizations that I've worked with throughout the year, over 61,000 small businesses, startups, corporations, and entrepreneurs. And I find that most people only use 3 channels, right? They focus on social media, content marketing, or video marketing. And that's fine, except in the big, large corporations making billions and billions, do you think we focus on 3 channels only to generate leads? No, that would be crazy. We maximize each and every possible channel and stream of leads possible. And in my experience, what I have found is there are actually 12 different places and 12 different steps that you can use to generate high quality leads. There's video marketing, local marketing, mobile marketing, social media marketing. You can take a look at your analytics, right? You can do competitive research. You can do brand marketing to attract your ideal buyer, right? Create content and then market that content, syndicate it. Like, I'm gonna get into that later. But a lot of people, they just post on their own little channels expecting 200 people to see it. Get your stuff out there, right? And then be strategic about lead generation by having some actual campaign planning. And once you've done all of those things and all of those things are working for you, you've now gathered information, you know what works, the right message, the right channel. Now you can strategically and smartly move into paid ads and have your paid ads actually pay off for you, right? And so that is why the S.O.L system is so revolutionary, and never before in history has it ever been approached that way, just like in medicine. If I was a medical doctor instead of a marketer, right, and I said, yeah, I'm in medicine, you would probably want to know, well, what field of medicine are you in? Like, you know, are you working with allergies and anesthesiology? Are you a dermatologist? You know, do you do radiology? Are you like in ER? Are you a general practitioner in family medicine? Internal medicine? Is it genetics? There are so many different aspects and fields and specialties within, you know, the medical field, and the same thing applies to lead generation, right? You can generate leads through video marketing. You can generate local leads just through local marketing. You can generate mobile leads from mobile marketing, social media leads from your social marketing, social media marketing. You can get analytical leads through analytical examination. You can get leads from looking at your competitors and doing market research and spyware. I mean, you got to think about lead generation not being so general, but you can become a specialist in one area of lead generation. And when you master that area, then move on to the next one, right? You can get branding leads through your branding and your messaging, graphic design leads through SEO optimized images and image search, which is huge. You can generate leads through, you know, content, blogs, webinars, podcasts. You can get syndication leads by having your content shared by others, right? It's how you think about it. You can get campaign leads through executing strategic campaigns. And then again, you can get leads through, you know, paid ads, right? So that is the new way to think about lead generation and how you can do it strategically, right? So basically with the S.O.L system, it leverages the power of strategic organic lead generation to increase your revenue through multiple streams of leads, becoming super profitable through one channel and then the other one, so that you can eventually scale through paid ads, right? And so that's what we're going to be talking today with Groove and the S.O.L system that generates free traffic and leads on autopilot and increases your business by 1 to 500% in as little as 97 days. So we've got all these great, amazing, wonderful tools. And now it's like, well, how am I going to bring people into my Groove business, into my funnel, expose them to everything so that I can sell more of my service or product or e-commerce stuff, whatever. So you have to understand that it's not just about generating leads in all of these different channels. It's about, and this is the secret sauce, guys, it's the specific sequence of the channels that's designed to provide you with a step-by-step strategy to generate leads for free, right? And it helps you gain success in one channel before moving on to another one, thereby gaining synergy. And I'm going to explain what synergy is in a little bit, but thereby gaining synergy and momentum that catapults your business and increases your profits. So like I said, you can successfully scale to paid ads, which I guess I showed you is last, to avoid all of the problems that I talked about earlier before, right? So imagine you're using all of your group tools with the S.O.L.D system and you're making $100,000 alone just through like video marketing. And then you're making another $100,000, with the leads from your local marketing. And then you're making another $100,000 from your leads that you're getting from your mobile marketing. And you're making another $100,000 from the leads that you're getting from social. That's possible. That's how corporations make money. They max out each channel, but small businesses and entrepreneurs, they don't do it that way, which leads me to the third, fourth, and fifth problem, which is that a lot of people, 99% of people, are practicing very shallow marketing, right? So there's no system and you experience no success. Everything's kind of siloed and segregated. There's no synergy. Things don't work together. You're just marketing your business here, there, and everywhere, like really scattered and sporadic and hoping that it doesn't work. So there's no sequence and there's nothing that's step by step. Nothing about that sounds strategic. So obviously a corporation would never go about marketing this way. This is why I'm bringing the S.O.L.D system to you, to give you insight into how to do your lead generation strategically. Right? So like I said, most people when it comes to their marketing, they're getting some tips here on IG or some reels or whatever, and then they think that they're gonna like implement those things and their business is gonna blow up. But that's not possible because you're just scratching the surface. It's really shallow marketing. You're not going deeply enough, you're not going wide enough, right? What you want to do, guys, is just focus on one particular area. So it's just like drilling for oil, right? The further out you go and the deeper down you go, the more oil you're going to get, the more money you're going to make. The same thing happens with when you're mining for gold, right? The deeper you go, the wider you go, the more gold that you're going to get. You're never going to get to that, the pot of gold. You're never going to get to those nuggets if you're just looking on the surface. You have to go deep in each channel to really experience the success, right? And what happens most of the time is, we're practicing this really shallow surface marketing and then it doesn't work. So you're like, oh, this didn't work for me. And then you just give up and simply move on. And when that happens, you can never create synergy in your business or with your marketing, and you will never gain momentum. So in case you're wondering, well, what is synergy? You keep talking about synergy, right? Synergy is the interaction or cooperation of two or more organizations, substances, agents, whatever, but the two of them working together has a combined effect than if you just added the sum of their separate parts. So basically what that means is that instead of 1 + 1 = 2, 1 + 1 will equal 3, right? And for me, this is mastering lead generation in one area before moving on to lead generation in the other area. And then when you have these two areas working together synergistically, you get a greater output. Now imagine doing that over 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different channels. That is what is possible for you, right? So that's why the S.O.L.D system is revolutionary, right? It's a unique step. It's the unique step-by-step order that builds lead generation success on the success of the previous channel, that creates this sequential synergy and marketing momentum that promotes exponential growth, right? It's strategic, not random lead generation. So again, what I've seen is that most people don't have a game plan. They're not at all strategic about lead generation, and that's why lead generation typically fails, because a lot of people are trying to do a little bit of everything, right? So one of my secrets, this is what I tell people, and in the S.O.L.D system, what we do is we suggest that you start with video marketing, right? Here's why. Video right now is the hottest thing, right? It is the quickest, easiest, sexiest, fastest, most fun way to generate traffic and leads for free. It's easy, you can just pick it up on your phone, right? It's fast, it's very effective, it's free. It saves time and it saves money. You don't have to do this big fancy production that you used to have to do, right? Then once you have all of this video content, because for us, video fuels the S.O.L.D system, right? Video is the foundation of the S.O.L.D system, which is why it's the first thing that we focus on. And we say to, gain success, momentum, a lot of leads, a lot of money, a lot of profit, just using this one channel, mastering it before moving on to these other ones or you won't gain success, right? Now, the reason we say to start with video compared to all the other, 11, and as I mentioned, paid ads would have been last, right? So videos first, paid ads are last, basically, in the S.O.L.D system. So why? Because you can take the audio from your video and you can transcribe it. So now you have content for your blog or for emails or for, graphic design stuff. You could throw it all into Canva and have like, a month's worth of social media stuff, right? Video is good because you can cut it up into pieces. You can make a 10-minute video and then put it into like, 10 one-minute videos, or, play around with a 3-minute video or a 5-minute video, right? Videos, you can syndicate them. You can put them in a lot of places, in your email signature, trade shows. People share them, right? I'll get into some statistics about video shareability in a little bit, right? Because they're so shareable, they have better traction and they have greater SEO and they're more memorable. So it really helps with your branding. Jordan, go inside, please. Go, Nana is working. Sorry, yeah, distractions, right? Yeah, video gets better traction, better SEO, it's more memorable, so it helps with your branding, which also makes you seem more credible and more professional, right? It will help you to identify your audience. Again, organic marketing is about creating content that attracts your ideal buyer, as opposed to just putting out an ad and hoping the right person's going to see it. So you get better audience identification, which leads to better quality leads. And all of these things combined help you to outbeat, outpace, and outperform your competition. So statistically, over 80% of video marketers say that it helps with return on investment, increased traffic, and lead generation. That's from video marketing experts. It helps with all of those things. Again, ROI, lead generation, and increased traffic, right? And statistically, having a video on your website or on your landing page can help boost conversions by 86%. So when I talk to you from a corporate marketing perspective, having a video marketing strategy, it's not just about posting reels and stuff like that. Have a video on your landing page. It will increase conversions. Have video on your websites. It increases conversion. So it's not just about putting out more video on, Instagram or Meta or whatever. It's about being strategic just about video marketing in general. How are we going to make money, and how are we going to generate leads from this particular channel? And that's what you would ask yourself for each of the channels. So if you are going to spend your time and energy on something, video again makes more sense because it's 1,200 times more shareable than text and images combined. So why would you invest that time in something that's not going to give you as high a return, right? And also 86% of marketing professionals, myself included, and I'm giving you advice as a chief marketing officer with over 2 decades of experience, that video marketing is a very important tool, and 66% of consumers find short-term videos to be the most engaging type of content. That's the way they like to consume their content. Another quick thing I want to tell you about being a chief marketing officer is that we look at statistics, we look at trends, so we don't just like follow reels and stuff like that. We look at what the numbers say. And if the numbers say, like if you're in B2B, if the numbers say professionals go to video or search, they'd rather read video than a white paper, then as a business, I'm going to go to the CEO and say, we need to focus more on video than white papers. Here's why. It's that research background that comes with, the higher level post-secondary education that I bring into the S.O.L.D system. So, okay, again, in terms of research, like not opinions, right? Okay, if I'm going to focus on video, where should you focus? Should it be TikTok, Instagram, or Shorts? Again, we look at the numbers, right? So even though TikTok surpassed Google as one of the most popular sites ever, right? And it's completely, you have to think about it, it surpassed Google, which has been around for, maybe some longer than some people have even been alive, right? Google's been around for a long time. They have all sorts of content on their platform. TikTok just shares videos, but they surpass Google. That has to tell you about the power of video and why you should be starting there, right? You also want to realize that search is really important, right? People, they're going to go, when they're looking for solutions or a service or product, they're going to go to usually 94% of searches happen on Google property, and YouTube happens to be the second most popular search engine. So again, wouldn't it make sense to have content that can be found that people are searching for on YouTube? Therefore, you also need video, right? So again, statistically speaking, TikTok is going to edge YouTube in terms of time spent this year, but YouTube is still going to win in terms of viewership. So in 2023, YouTube will boast 235 million monthly US viewers, while TikTok is only going to have 104. So, you know, your best friend can tell you something, your neighbor's cousin who's doing marketing can tell you something, but when you look at the statistics, this is what the statistics say. And as a chief marketing officer, this is what I would advise my chief marketing officers to do, right? Also, you know, if you're looking to cater to a younger audience, then TikTok is the way to go. But if you're looking for a more flexible demographic, then you want to stick with YouTube. And YouTube also has a higher return on investment, according to Search Engine Journal. And it also has more organic traffic than TikTok. So TikTok has a reach of 318 million for its organic reach in terms of traffic. But for YouTube, it's 646 billion with a B, right? So if you're going to focus on video, and why wouldn't you? And you're going to focus on a channel, which channel, strategically speaking, would it make sense for you to focus on? YouTube, right? And so that's what we talk about, the S.O.L.D system, the 12 different channels that you can get free, high quality organic leads. You know, I've just kind of listed all the reasons why video is the most important. We think, you know, you should focus on YouTube. And if you want to know what is working on YouTube, I'm going to let you know, if you haven't heard, that YouTube Shorts is the ish right now, because Google wants to compete with TikTok, so they're pushing their short form videos. So again, I'm trying to help you here on how to, you know, generate high quality leads for free strategically, you know, using video, what kind of video, YouTube, and focusing on YouTube Shorts, because they are pushing shorts everywhere because they want to compete with TikTok. The benefit over YouTube right now, guys, and focusing your energies and attention there is because your shorts will show up in search results. Again, people are on social media a lot of times to be entertained. They want that quick dopamine fix. But when you're serious about a solution, you go and search for it. You type in things in the search bar, and hopefully your stuff will come up, right? Shorts are also showing up in mobile feeds right now. They're showing up after other videos. They're showing up as recommended videos. They're showing up on the YouTube homepage. I mean, YouTube Shorts are showing up everywhere right now. And like I said, they're pushing them because they want to compete with TikTok. And just less than 6 months ago, they started introducing YouTube short ads. So, I mean, any of us who have been around for a long enough time know that when any new platform comes out, like, it's really cheap to get leads if you're buying leads, right? So this is a great time if you want to move into paid advertising to get into short ads, because they're probably going to be inexpensive, and you get to do a lot of testing quickly because it's way easier to make short form content videos than long form video content, right? So anyway, speaking of YouTube, if you guys want, feel free to go ahead and you know, follow us on YouTube, because we have lots of great marketing tips and strategies on there. I did want to point out that I think I first took this screenshot like in April, and we had 101 subscribers, and I've, you know, like, we've just been fooling around with stuff and testing stuff, and that's grown exponentially. I'll show you in a little bit. I also want to point out here that we have our professional kind of YouTube channel art, and over here there's an opportunity to click and go to my main site. So here's another tip for you guys. If you guys are going to be you know, thinking about YouTube, make sure that your artwork is together. Again, this is about strategic free lead generation. And if you don't even have a proper like YouTube cover banner with your video, you're missing leads simply because you're not doing these, you know, simple little things. So yeah, and then I took this shot just yesterday. Now we're like 466. And I've been focusing on so many other things in the S.O.L.D system that, you know, our YouTube is just now starting to really pick up. And like I said, this is less than 90 days. You can grow your business by 100 to 500% in less than 90 days. And I'm going to also show you some best practices that we use that have helped us to generate leads. It's not just a matter of doing videos, guys, and putting videos up on YouTube. That's not enough. Remember I talked about surface and shallow marketing? You have to go deep. You have to become an expert in one channel, really mine and dig for that gold and that oil so you're making money just in that channel. And if you're doing that surface marketing, you're likely not using best practices, because not only do we put up videos that have grown our business, we actually also put our link in the description area, which some people don't even do or don't even know to do, right? So I'm gonna give you guys might wanna screenshot this. This is a very important page. Remember I talked to you about no distractions, like the one thing you miss could be the thing that can change your business. You gotta implement the best practices. You're gonna be hurting yourself if you're just trying to do lead gen on a really surface, shallow level, right? So it's not enough to just make videos. You gotta make videos that capture high quality leads, right? So how are you gonna do that? So first of all, you have to use video titles that capture attention, which means that they're solving problems. So you wanna have the right keywords in your titles. So again, if you're focusing on Reels or TikTok or whatever, you're not having the opportunity to create titles with keywords to be found. So it's not that you can't take you can make videos and put them anywhere. We just say start with YouTube in mind and then put those videos on all of the other channels, of course, LinkedIn, everywhere. But you want to start thinking about lead generation with video and the S.O.L.D system, thinking about YouTube in mind. Because like I said, you can use keywords and help solve problems by using them to gain attention, right? You also have to have enough videos to count. The problem with entrepreneurs is they go online, they read a little bit of information. Oh, video marketing is important. I should do some video. I should put some video on YouTube. I'm going to do 4 videos. That's not enough, right? That's why I say you can't do shallow marketing. You have to go deep. You have to go wide. You have to know how many videos do you actually need on YouTube for them to start showing your stuff. It's not 4 and it's not 6. You need at least 30. But if you don't know that, if you're not a chief marketing officer who looks at the statistics and does the research, you won't know that. And that's why in the introduction, they say that, if you think you're doing all of the things right, but you're still getting the wrong results, it's usually because you're not going deep enough and wide enough. For example, it's not enough to just make videos. You have to make enough videos to make your channel count. You have to have a variety of videos and have videos that the algorithms like. It's not just, oh, I'm going to make a video and put it up. What do the algorithms like? Because they're going to show more of that type of video. You don't want to waste your time. You want to be strategic and precise, right? You also want to make sure that you're posting at the right times of day, that your video has the right amount of time, and things like watch time matter. So again, if you're not going deep and wide enough, you're not going to know these things and you're going to miss out on these golden opportunities. Something as simple as having the proper cover banner on your YouTube channel is important, and something as simple that you may not think of as having a thumbnail is really, really important, right? So you got to learn to optimize and maximize your videos so that it can rank, and then you need a system that's going to help you capture leads, right? And that means having your landing page information and your URLs in your description. I'll show you in a little bit here how some of my clients, oh, we're doing everything right, we do video marketing, and there's not a single URL in sight. How are you capturing leads that way, right? And so the 7th mistake is that a lot of people don't have any sustainable lead generation or system in place, so they don't have success. What do I mean by that? Let's say you've got your, yes, baby, you've got to go. If you've got a LinkedIn, you know what, she's just going to disturb me, so we're just going to get her dressed right here. Anyway, so let's say you've got your Instagram page, for example, right, and you're allowed to put a link there. A lot of people put a link tree link there, and you would think that makes sense, right? Because you want people, here's the baby, you want people to know about, you want people to go to your YouTube channel, you want them to go to your website, you want them to go to your landing page, you want them to follow your podcast, you want them to follow you everywhere on social media. But what you're doing when you do that is you're sending people here, there, and everywhere, right? That's not strategic, and that's certainly not strategic lead generation. There's another example there on the bottom, right? It's like connect with us on TikTok, or follow us on Apple and Spotify. That's not what you want to do. right? Here's one of my clients. Again, she's very proud of her video marketing. She's got all this really great information, but there's not a URL in sight. How are you capturing leads? So remember, it's not just about video marketing. It's not just about local marketing. It's not about social media marketing. It's not about mobile marketing. It's about marketing those things to generate leads. So you have to have a lead capture system in place. So for me, for example, if you go to any one of my videos, I've always got a lead capture link in every video, right? Whether it's like book a strategic corporate call with me. If they do that, I'm getting their information. I might be telling them to sign up for the S.O.L.D system webinar, in which case they're going to leave their registration information, right? So at all times, again, this is about best practices, going deep and wide in each channel to get success, to create synergy and momentum. Doing something as simple as, adding your lead generation in the description area on your YouTube channel. So the point I'm trying to make, guys, is you really want to have a single focus. So what's the problem? Like, really and truly, what is the problem? This is what I found. People don't think about lead generation strategically, and they have no system. They also don't know how to do it properly, or don't have the time, or don't think that they have the time, right? Some people are intimidated by tech and software setup, then that stops them from, generating leads, or they don't have the time, money, or resources to pay somebody or to pay for a copywriter. They think that stops them from getting leads, or they don't have a system to follow up with the leads, right? Or staff or support or virtual assistant to help out with the leads. So basically, that is why I created the S.O.L.D lead generation system, strategic organic leads on demand. Like I said, that doesn't just help large corporations, it also helps small businesses like barbershops, restaurant owners, and nonprofits. So as I mentioned before, this is not open to the public. I only show these strategies to the corporations that I work with or consult for, or my own private clients that come to me, right? So, but I did create, I did put it all in a package, like I said, for my children, but it's not available to the public. Excuse me, I gotta put her in her room and shut the door. Jordan, stop, please. Go and watch the tablet. Go watch the tablet. Sorry about that, guys. Life, right? Legacy, legend, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, yeah. So the S.O.L.D system is not available to the public. And the reason for that is because if I made it public, people would be scattered. They would want to jump into all of the modules and try to figure everything out themselves. And we don't want that. We want everything to be successful. So we help you put each piece together at the time. I can't believe this. 1 second. Jordan, seriously. Let's go. Go and watch the tablet. Don't come back out here. Oh my gosh. I'm back. Okay, anyway, so like I said, the S.O.L.D system is not available for sale because if we did, people would have all of these pieces and try to put it together themselves and they would be scattered, right? We want people to have success. So you take it step by step and have one piece build upon the other. So what I'm prepared to do today is I want to help everybody who is on the call in the webinar. If you're having any problems or struggling with lead generation, I'm going to show you how you can get off to a really fast start by making a very special offer that combines video marketing with the S.O.L.D system plus the Shorts video marketing mentorship and masterclass program. So what this program shows you how to do is it takes a look at video marketing first, tells you all about the different types of videos that you can make. It talks about keyword research, which most people don't even understand how important that is. It talks about the best practices that you can use to help your videos rank. Otherwise, quite frankly, you're wasting your time making videos that aren't going to work, right? So you need to understand and know what are the best practices, right? How long should the video be? What should you say? What do you say in the beginning? What's a good hook? What's a call to action? All of this corporate expertise is pushed into this particular program. We show you how to optimize your video and how to syndicate it so that it can get seen. And then lastly, how to create a marketing calendar for your business. I'm going to show you a quick hack to do that in just a little second, right? And we also are throwing in a bonus now on the YouTube Shorts, because like I said, YouTube Shorts is the ish right now. And in this particular part of the program, what you're going to learn is what to post, right? What content actually works and what kind of videos the algorithms like. You're going to learn when to post and how many times a day to post, because there are actually certain times of day that you should post when the algorithm is more likely to push your content up. Again, it's not just about doing the things you're supposed to do, but learning how to do them properly, effectively, and strategically, right? We're also going to show you what hashtags to use and what are the current trends. You get lifetime access, so even as trends change, you'll always be up to date with the latest video marketing practices, how to get a lot of views with titles, the right thumbnails, descriptions, how to use video to get leads, where to syndicate your leads, how to syndicate them so that you can grow, and it's all guaranteed growth. So what are people saying who have taken the program? What are they saying so far? So Alethea Cador, she's a registered psychotherapist. She's like, the S.O.L system allowed me to create some great videos. They got a lot of attention and landed leads and instant sales. Forever indebted, can't thank you enough. We've got Kristen Kerr of DQ Construction. I was a little bit lost on how to get exposure for my business before we started using the S.O.L system. Now we have a clear plan on how to get and attract leads, and we've implemented the first few suggestions, and we're already getting calls and booking appointments, right? So there's an amazing opportunity just ahead. Now, this is what I want to show you. Again, you might want to take a screen capture of this. This is what you need to learn, know, and understand before you leave here today. The S.O.L system helps you generate free traffic and leads on autopilot and increases your business by 100 to 500% without spending a dime on advertising ever, and I've already shown you how, right? All of those channels I showed you, except for paid ads, they're all completely free. So if you're trying to generate leads, right, without using the S.O.L system, with using the S.O.L system, you're going to have at least 12 different channels from which you can get leads. Without the S.O.L system, you're looking at, on average, 3 channels, right? Which one is better, 12 or 3, right? With the S.O.L system, when are you going to move to paid ads? You're going to move to it last, or at least late in your, on your journey, on your lead generation journey. Otherwise, without the S.O.L system, you're probably going to jump into paid ads too soon, right? With the S.O.L system, you make use of best practices. Without the S.O.L system, you don't. With the S.O.L system, you get a step-by-step strategy to generate leads. Without the S.O.L system, you don't. With the S.O.L system, you get to go deep and wide into each channel so that you become profitable in each channel and thereby create that synergy. And without it, you don't. Right? The S.O.L system also provides you with a structured system to collect those leads. Without the S.O.L system, you're not doing that. And the S.O.L system also tells you how to come up with a clear annual plan to support your whole campaign. And without the S.O.L system, you're not going to do that, right? And I keep talking about support. Remember, I think I told you earlier that my Facebook ad got shut down and there was nobody I could talk to. Like, support is a really big deal. And that's why when you get involved with the Video Marketing S.O.L system mentorship masterclass, right, this is what you can expect. When you come on board with us, we're going to give you a 60-minute strategy call. Now, normally I charge $200 to $300 an hour just for this call, because the value of the information I know, with my experience, exposure, and expertise, I could basically lay out an annual plan for you in just that short amount of time that would otherwise take people weeks and months, if not years, to actually do, right? So on our discovery call, right, we're going to look at your goals, what you've been doing so far, how you've been executing it, how you should execute it, and how you should implement it, and what's going to work for you, right? That's the first thing that you get when you get involved in the S.O.L system. You get that one-on-one personalized strategy call. You're also going to get, completely free and included, is 4 free tickets for you and a guest to our quarterly S.O.L system organic lead generation workshops and working sessions. That's when we go over the different components of the S.O.L system, because like I said, people can get overwhelmed and confused when they're trying to juggle everything at once. Don't do that. How do you eat an elephant? Well, you shouldn't eat elephants, but if you were going to eat a pretend elephant in the metaverse, how would you do that? One bite at a time, right? So included with the S.O.L system today, we're going to give you 4 free tickets to our quarterly S.O.L system organic lead generation workshops and working sessions. And the first one is just how to capture leads with video, local, and mobile, and social media marketing, right? All three pretty easy general avenues and tools that most of us use. The second event is how to use mobile. We get into a little bit more numbers, right? So how to use mobile, things like QR codes and SMS messaging and stuff like that. So how to use mobile and analytics and competitive research to get more leads, right? Our fourth session is how to create, how to get leads with proper branding and graphic design and content that really sells and sends your messages and attracts the right leads and the ideal target audience. As well as the fourth event is how to be really strategic and scale. Now you're doing things like content syndication and partnerships, right? Strategic partnerships and campaign planning, as well as how to move into paid ads to get leads, right? As I mentioned before, you'll also get access to our weekly private group coaching call and business training, where I work with you for an hour, hour and a half every week directly on your particular marketing campaign, right? And then, like I said, support's really important. So you're going to get a midway checkup call and a strategy check-in. So it's like, hey, okay, you know, we said you're going to implement this. You've been doing this. This is what you have. How are things going? How are things working? Do you have questions? Normally, you would have to pay for a call like that and already be an existing client. But with the S.O.L system today, you're going to get that completely free. And then after all of that's done, you get, yay, congratulations on your success and closing and moving on to the next steps, as well as maybe having a pivot or a correction or rescue call if things have changed, if the industry's changed, if regulations have changed, if budgets change, whatever it is, you might need a pivot or a rescue call, and we're available for that too. So just so you know, included with your investment today, you get the S.O.L system video marketing lead generation program, normally $14.97, plus the shortcut your way to success with YouTube Shorts program. That's normally $4.97. You get your welcome introductory evaluation and strategy call with me, $2.97. 4 tickets to the S.O.L system training workshops, a value of $50.96. You're going to get your weekly group coaching call, again, at $250 to $350 per session, and you're getting 52 sessions with me. That works out to be like $13,000 that you don't have to pay, right? You get your mid check-in and support strategy call, plus you get a congratulations on your success, or a course correction call, a value of $17,380, right? So if you're wondering, can I do this? Absolutely you can, right? The S.O.L system is for everyone. Like I said, I made it for my children with zero experience. Just follow the steps. That's it. It's structured, it's simple, it's strategic, it's simplified. So it doesn't matter your business experience, you know, your income, what stage of business you're in. You know, if you've tried things before and they haven't worked out for you, it doesn't matter. This will, because it always has for everyone who's ever tried it or taken it, right? It certainly doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't cost a lot of money. In fact, it's all free. Right? It's a worthy and worthwhile investment that you'll actually use because you put things into place right away. It's not just something that's going to like sit there. And you also get like immediate results, We tell you what to do and you do it. So what problems does the S.O.L system solve? It solves your traffic problem, right? It solves your lead generation problems. It solves your first money problem, which is I don't have money for ads. It solves your second money problem, which it helps you make money because there's no investment. So of course you're going to have a large return on investment, right? It solves any problem you've ever had or run into with paid ads. It solves the problem of feeling scattered, scared, confused, frustrated, stuck. And it solves the problem of, you know, stagnation and getting poor quality leads, right? The benefits of the S.O.L system, it's quick, it's easy, it's fun, it's free, it's structured, it's strategic because it's based on corporate principles, right? It's simple, it's step by step. You get instant results, right? You got really good competitive conversion numbers, right? I think organic actually converts higher than like paid cold traffic. So you're getting a higher return on investment because of course organic lead generation is free. So in terms of how long does it take? Well, how long does it take to actually implement each part of the S.O.L system? Not long at all. Like we said, you would start with video marketing. And as the program showed you, the first thing is just to discover video, like truly learn about the impact that you can have and how easy it can help to propel your business, right? And then you want to do keyword research for your niche, which isn't hard. What problem do you solve for people? And if they were going online, what would they look for? Use those terms. That takes like 10 minutes to do, right? And then, come up with 50 different video titles. That doesn't take long. You can do it over a couple of days, brainstorm, just play around with it, but come up with at least 50 video titles, right? 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 is not going to matter. And again, it's making video with YouTube, search, and Google in mind. And then you can take those same videos and leverage them on all the other platforms, but you want to think strategically about it in terms of solving a problem and coming up in search results so that you can be found and the people that want your services and products will find you and buy from you. So you want to come up with 50 different titles, and then we're like, hey, make 4 different videos. Make 4 different styles of videos on your phone. This is how you should do it. This is how you should hold the phone. This should be lighting. Really simple, fun stuff. And then we tell you to come up with 4 different hooks or ideas. Like, those are things to say at the beginning of your video so you can really capture people and what's a good call to action. So again, at the end of the day, all of the little tasks, the little actionable tasks for the day are really simple to execute. That's why we say you can literally get things done in under like 100 days, right? So here's a quick recap. We covered why it's important to do lead generation and how to do it correctly, the top 7 mistakes every entrepreneur makes, the 12 secret places that you can get high quality leads for free, those 12 different streams, and my number 1 last hack that I told you I was going to share with you is how to get free traffic and leads and grow your business fast. And we say that's video, YouTube, and YouTube Shorts, right? You also learned about the top 7 mistakes, jumping into ads too quickly, trying to get leads from too few channels, 3 instead of 12. We told you that most people are doing their marketing really shallow, siloed, segregated, scattered, sporadic, not using best practices, and don't have a sustainable lead generation system. So hopefully moving forward, you will avoid all of those mistakes, right? And you also know that the system that I created has helped small businesses and large corporations. It's recognized as being revolutionary in digital marketing and in the internet, or the history of the internet, right? It's really a revolutionary way to look at and go about getting leads and your lead generation efforts. It's based on academic, corporate, small business, and direct response experience, and it's backed by some of the biggest, brightest names in the industry. So if you know that this is your time, remember I said it's game time? If you know that you are serious about your business and you need to generate leads for free to take your business and propel you to the next level, let me tell you about some of the bonuses I'm throwing in, because you guys are amazing groovesters, right? All the other stuff I talked about, that's what comes with the program, but now let me tell you about some of the bonuses. So bonus number 1 is the don't worry, I'll do it for you bonus, right? We are going to help you start, set up, or look at and review your YouTube channel, because that is super important, right? Bonus number 2, we're also going to donate graphic design work that you would normally have to pay somebody for. After we have our strategic call with you and find out about your business, we're going to talk about your branding, and we are going to get you the best YouTube cover banner possible, because you want to have something that is professional so that people will take you seriously. Again, the challenge with trying to learn how to do everything on your own online without any support, right, is you're going to just, oh yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. These are actual clients. There's the nutritionist I told you about. There's the construction guy I told you about. There's the restaurant I told you about. This is what their YouTube cover banners looked like before. They didn't have any, right? Look at the difference between these and these. Who are you going to take more seriously? Who are you going to give your money to? Who are you going to give your information to, right? So here's a clear example of before and after, and again, using best practices, going deep and wide enough that you get the results you're looking for. Bonus number 3, okay, we are going to design your YouTube thumbnails for you, right? Because again, it's not enough, like I said, it's not enough to just have videos. You want to have good thumbnails that attract your ideal buyers so that they see it and they click on it. So many people completely neglect this aspect of their marketing, right? But people like Alex Hormozi doesn't forget, right? Gary Vee doesn't forget. Like, look at these thumbnails, very professional, they're branded, they've got coloring, it makes you want to click on it. Most people don't have these kind of things. And again, it's not just by accident, it's strategy. When you look at Groove and these thumbnails for the videos, there are faces in it. Why? Again, I told you, a chief marketing officer, we do the research, and research says that 72% of the most popular thumbnails include a face and get 921,000 more views on average than videos with thumbnails without faces. So again, if you think you're going to go online and learn how to do strategic, successful lead generation on your own without knowing these little things, you're doing all the things right, but wondering why aren't you getting good results? Well, did you have a thumbnail? Yeah, I had a thumbnail. Was there a face in your thumbnail? No. Well, you're missing out on almost like 1 million views because of something so simple that's completely free. We'll do it for you. We will create 6 thumbnails for you to help you get off to a fast start, right? Statistically here, it also says that 90% of the best performing videos on YouTube have a custom thumbnail, right? So bonus number 4 is we talked to you about, using best practices and having your lead generation URL in the description of your video. So now that we've set up your YouTube channel, we've given you the art and the thumbnails, right? We want to help you collect those leads. So we're going to give you 3 custom landing pages for your business. Again, I know you may not, some people don't have money or tech challenges or software, whatever. We're going to help you with your landing pages, right? And we're also going to set up or transfer your email. If you're using Groove Mail or whatever, we'll help you transfer it over or set it up. Take a look at what you have got, because there are some people doing email marketing but actually don't know how to maximize or optimize it, right? They don't understand tagging and sequence. So you're losing out on so many opportunities, but now you have the opportunity for professionals to come in and take a look at, what you're doing, what you've been doing right, what needs like some improvement, and show you how to get there and actually do it for you. We will write your first autoresponder email for you, because if you've got, this whole funnel set up, you've got your landing page, people give you their information, they get into your email funnel, and then it's crickets. That's not going to feel good. Send them an email right away. Show some excitement. Ask for some engagement. Do a survey. Like, hey, thanks for signing up. We're so excited to have you. This is what you can expect. If you're not a copywriter, don't have the time, don't know how to use automation, artificial intelligence really well, don't worry about it. We will write your welcome email for you. Bonus number 7, we'll also write your 12 lead nurturing emails for you, because again, it's not enough, right, to just have these leads come into your system. This is about lead generation success. The S.O.L.D system is about lead generation success. When they come into your funnel, they get the welcome email. Everything's all set up and sexy, right? Now we're going to write emails that are going to educate them on your service or product, because we've talked to you in your strategy call. We're going to inform them of whatever it is they need to know. We're going to, encourage engagement and get them to convert. You don't have to worry about any of that. You can sit back, relax, put your feet up on the coffee table. We'll do all of the heavy lifting for you. And I already talked to you about the importance of keywords and keyword research. And if you didn't know that before, I'm telling you about it now. A lot of entrepreneurs and business owners I work with, they don't know anything about that. But it's really important, especially if you want to be shown, if you want to show up in search where people are looking for solutions, right? So we're going to give you not 10 or 100, but 1,000 top performing keywords for your particular niche. You're going to be able to take these words, use them in your blogs, use them in your email, use them for SEO, whatever, so that you can be found. And if you ever want to move into paid ads, you'll have this nice little graph. You'll know which words are expensive or are ranking really well, which ones have high competition. So you'll know what to use in your business. We will just give this to you. You don't have to research it yourself. You don't have to pay any software company to get, monthly keywords. We will give it for you. We will give it to you. The 9th bonus is 1 month's worth, right, of search engine optimized click and conversion focused viral video titles. Now, why is that important? I keep talking to you about keyword research. I keep talking to you about being strategic about how you go about lead generation, right? Brain Shark says that the title that you have for your YouTube video is probably the most important SEO factor to consider. A lot of people want to get on the front page of Google. That's really difficult. It takes a lot of time, but it's way easier to do it with video SEO than trying to get your website to rank, right? It also says that videos are in titles because they help your videos rank in search engines like Google. So not only will you show up for YouTube, but you'll also show up just on Google, right? So you want to make sure that you're using the right keywords in your titles. For example, let's say that you have a business where you create internet memes. We would give you 30 titles with these like crazy click conversion focused titles like 10 insane meme creation tips, or step-by-step guide to creating meme ideas, or how to create interest. You won't have to think of any of these video titles for yourself. We'll do it for you. Bonus number 10 is we're going to give you, and I think this is really incredible, for those 30 video titles, we're going to give you 30 opening hooks for your videos. And again, that's something that a lot of people don't know how significant and how super important it is in your business. So a hook is basically just an attention grabber that gets your audience really invested in your video. It captures them so they watch the rest of it. YouTube and all the algorithms care about how long people are watching your video. If you don't captivate them in the beginning, they're gonna bounce off and you're gonna have like a really poor watch time rate, and no one's gonna promote your videos. So grab them in the beginning. How do you do that? With hooks. What's a hook, Dikembe? I can't think of a hook. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it for you, right? We'll give you hooks like this. You won't believe this simple hack that gets you out of depression and into empowerment, right? 7 reasons why you don't want to use this particular product. 5 tools that I use to get, you know, my abs in shape in like less than 30 days. You know, the dark side of the whatever it is industry. So these are just examples of hooks. We're going to give you 30, but hooks that you can use in the beginning of your video. So when you're making your videos, you'll know what to say. You'll be able to implement best practices and get really great results from all the hard work that you're putting in. And then, you know, we'll also give you a posting calendar. So now that you have these, you know, titles and hooks, it's like, okay, on day 1, post this. On day 2, post this. On day 3, post this. On day 4, post this. So you'll have a calendar. You won't have to think about it. It won't be sporadic and scattered. You're guessing. There'll be strategy. You might have a theme that's going on this week, or you might have, you know, certain offers. Like it's not just, oh, I'm going to post to post. Corporations don't do that. We know 6 months in advance they already know what's happening for 2024. They know what's happening January 1st. They know what's happening for their spring sale. They know what's happening in the summer. They already know. Things might change. Whereas most small business owners or entrepreneurs wake up every day thinking, oh, what should I post now? There's nothing strategic about that. So you need to plan, you need a schedule, you need a calendar, but best of all, you don't need to think about it because we will do it for you. And I want to tell you that, you know, we had a soft launch with this program and people came into it and they were really excited, like, oh my gosh, I know how to make all these great videos. Thank you so much. But guess what? We still have to make the videos. And I couldn't believe that that would have been a problem. I thought that's why you got into the Video Marketing Mentorship Masterclass program, is to learn how to be successful in videos. Oh, but you don't want to do it yourself. Okay, you know what? We'll just do them for you. Okay, we will get you off to a fast start because I love Mike and you Groovesters so much. So to get you off to a fast start, we're actually going to create your first 30 short form videos. That's going to give you enough to post on the YouTube channel. You'll have a calendar, you'll be able to test, you'll know what works, and then when you want to move on strategically, you won't be guessing. So that is the 12th bonus. I don't know whoever else offers 12 bonuses, but we do, because there are 12 channels in the S.O.L.D system, and we feel that you deserve these 12 bonuses because it's just going to make everything so much easier for you. And you know, once you get off to a fast start and you can kind of springboard your way to success, everything just becomes so much more easier for you, and you have that support, right? And you know, we're obviously going to tell you all of the leading things that you should have on your videos. So to go over the bonuses, you get your YouTube channel set up, a value of $447, your YouTube cover banners, a value of $247, you get your 6 YouTube thumbnails, a value of $597, the 3 custom landing pages to collect those leads, a value of $2,291. We'll set up, check, or transfer your email marketing platform, a value of $497. We're going to set up your autoresponder first welcome email for you, and with the best copywriters, another value of $297. Then we're going to write your 12 lead nurturing emails with templates and set them up for you. Set it and forget it. You don't have to think about it. You just have to commit. right? That's a value of $17.97. You're gonna get 1,000 targeted keywords, those click conversion keywords that you can use in your titles so you can be found in search results. You don't have to think about it, worry about it, figure out which software you gotta get or how to pay for it monthly. We'll do it for you. That's a value of $4.97. Then you're gonna get the 30 SEO video titles, those click conversion focused video titles, a value of $1,500. You get the 30 opening hook ideas, a value of $197. The Gary V, Alex Hormozi, Grant Cardone style short form videos. Each video, guys, is costs about $200 if you want to try to do it on your own. So that's a value of $6,000 right there. And then you're going to get that 1 month customized 30-day calendar that's strategic so that you'll have a posting schedule. You never have to think about a value of $297. When you add all of that up together, you've got a value of $14,663. Like, oh my gosh, thinking of me that is crazy. Why are you doing that? Well, the reason that I'm doing it is because, I love Groove, I love Mike, I love Michelle, I love Tom, and I love the Groovesters. I'm a Groove affiliate myself, right? And I think it's a great program. And like I said earlier, I really want to thank you for your time because there are so many other things you have been doing today. I don't know if you had to arrange babysitting like I tried to just to be here, but I know that as entrepreneurs that your time is valuable, right? And basically your success is our success. If you use the tips and the success secrets strategies of the S.O.L.D system and share it with other people, this free way to generate traffic and leads, your success is our success, and that's going to just help get it more out there for more people. And we're also looking for people to partner with us to help us grow and expand the business, right? We want you to be a success because we want your testimonials. Yeah, we want your testimonials. I had a whole bunch of videos from students who've taken the program, but I wasn't able to get it together fast enough for you. But we want more testimonials because as we grow and expand, like I told you, this program is not public. But when we do make it public, we want to have just a plethora of testimonials that is so undeniable at how well the S.O.L system works, not just for those other businesses that I highlighted earlier, but also how well the S.O.L system is working for you. Plus, we are having a launch, like a bigger launch. This is kind of our soft launch. We're having a bigger launch in September, and so our prices are going to probably at least double after today. And so that's why we want to make sure that the right people get on board to help us with the S.O.L system as well as have the S.O.L system help them. So of course, is there another way that you can do it? There are lots of programs and systems like I showed you earlier, right? So you don't have to do the S.O.L system. You don't have to generate leads, and you don't have to generate leads for free, right? So let's say you want leads, but you don't want to pay for advertising, and you're planning to do organic marketing, but you want to ignore the S.O.L system, right? And you want to ignore video, and you want to ignore shorts. You want to use a different strategy. That's fine. Just understand that you won't have a step-by-step strategy, and you're likely to spiral. I've seen it happen time and time again. People confess. That reminds me, I have a confession I still have to do later. But yeah, people confess to me that they're frustrated, they're spiraling, they're not having any success, they're just, spinning their wheels, going around in circles, right? You'll have content marketing and social media, but there will be no sequential success step-by-step plan, right? So you'll never get that synergy. And you also want to have a simplified, structured way to collect leads, right? You're going to struggle trying to do it on your own, collecting leads from here, there, and everywhere in a very shallow way, not experiencing success when we could basically just set up the whole thing for you, right? So you're like, okay, well, that's fine. I like what you're saying. I'm going to do video, but I don't want to use the S.O.L system. That's fine. You will be forfeiting all of the things that come with the S.O.L system, the workshops, the support call, all that kind of stuff, plus the bonuses. And instead, you are going to end up spending time and money. And I'm not saying this to scare you. These are your alternative options, right? You can hire a content virtual assistant on Fiverr to do videos for you. That's going to cost like $7,500, right? I mean, get someone to follow you and film you around for a couple of days. That'll be about 20 grand, or you can buy the equipment and film yourself. That's going to cost about 10 grand. You can make and edit your own videos if you want to. It's probably going to take you about 2 hours a day, and based on what you think the value of your hourly time and your rate is, you're looking at investing $4,000 of your time into making videos 2 days, 2 hours a day, every single day for the rest of your business life. You could hire a video editor to do it for you, or you could take a course on how to do your own videos. That's going to cost about $3,500. You could hire a full-time person to edit and post your videos, even part-time, 2,000 bucks a month. You're looking at a $25,000 yearly investment. Or you can hire an outside agency starting for around $6,500 a month, right? So you've got about $75,000 in alternative options. And if you take any one of those other routes, you will not even get half of what we're offering today with the S.O.L system. Now, I want you to know that the S.O.L system is absolutely not for everybody, right? This is not for you if you don't care about leads, right? If you don't care about leads, obviously getting strategic organic leads on demand doesn't make any sense. So if you don't care about leads, the S.O.L system is not for you. Also, if you need a ton of leads, a flood of leads, an avalanche of leads, if you want to get crushed by leads fast, right? This is also not for you. I know a lot of marketers will tell you all this stuff can happen really quickly, but it doesn't happen that way in real life. You don't want a deluge, a flood of leads coming in if you don't have the support system, the emails, the VAs to support them. It's just a bad idea, right? We're going to grow slowly, organically, and get great high quality leads that convert, engage, and stick with you for life. If you're not interested in that, the S.O.L system is not for you. The S.O.L system is also not for you if you're really, really into paid ads and you don't care how your ads perform and you're okay to lose money because some companies do, right? Then the S.O.L system is not for you because we're really all about organic free leads. And it's not for you if you're like, I need direct, predictable answers. For every dollar I put in, I want to know how much. It doesn't work like that. It's organic. If you want numbers and all that precision stuff, then the paid ads will get that for you really, really quickly. But we suggest starting with the organic stuff and then getting that synergy and momentum and then moving to paid ads, right? So you got to take the S.O.L system. If you're like a makeup artist trying to get more clients, a dance instructor trying to get more students, a photographer who wants to book more gigs, or you sell clothes and you want more sales, if you're a landscaper, coach, consultant, course creator, marketing agency, if you want more customers, clients, cash, and high quality leads, then the S.O.L system is for you. The S.O.L system is for you if you want to increase your organic lead generation, if you want to learn more about video in general, be it shorts, TikToks, or Reels, right? You're like, oh my gosh, this sounds so great, Kimbe. So like, how much is it? How much is it to get into the S.O.L system? Well, remember I told you that I had a couple of confessions for you. Okay, so here's the first one, right? I told you that before you go into the paid ads, you really should have your warm market buy from you. So you're like, oh, Kimbe, this is so great. I bet all of your friends and family have bought it, right? The answer is no. That's my first confession, right? Birdhouse Builders, that's my brother. He doesn't use the S.O.L system because he gets so many leads and referrals that he doesn't need to market or advertise at all. The lady in the middle, she's a dance instructor and doesn't want to go on YouTube because she's afraid of being criticized or whatever, but struggles to get them organic and locally. Yet during the pandemic, when she was forced to go online, she had people from Germany, people from Italy, all these people found her and they wanted private online services, right? She's also a friend, and like I said, the S.O.L system isn't public, so I haven't offered it to a whole bunch of people. And then there are other people that, like, my other friend, she posts, that's the boutique lady there. She posts a lot of cool reels, sexy shots of her products, but it's not at all strategic. And, like, I understand, if people just don't always want to accept the expertise, they want to do things on their own. Like I say, you can lead a horse to water, but, you can't make them drink, right? And that's why, like I said earlier, I know that you guys are stallions. I know that you guys are action takers. There's no real difference between, these three, horses or animals, just like there's no real difference between entrepreneurs, except that there is. There are those that move fast, those that move okay, and those that move really, really slowly. And you just got to decide, which kind of like horse are you? Like, how fast are you willing to go? How fast do you want to experience success? My second confession is that there's a wonderful lady here who's gonna help with the questions, and she's actually helped translate this program into Spanish. And she's like, Kimbe, I gotta tell you something. There's a couple of grammatical mistakes in there. And I'm like, I know, this is not meant to be an MBA. This is not meant to be academic or scholastic. When you take the program, I'm speaking to you very casually, just like I would give a friend advice. So yeah, I know grammar is spelled with an A, right? I do have my MBA. So if you're interested in having like the Queen's perfect English through our course, then the course is also not for you, because I'm going to be talking to you one-on-one, giving you the straight goods like a friend. So if that sounds exciting for you, like I said, there's an amazing opportunity for you just ahead. And I know that it's not for everybody, because many are called, but the chosen are few. So with everything that's included, you know, the S.O.L.D system itself, the YouTube shorts, the introductory strategy call, the quarterly tickets to those events, the support, you get the YouTube channel set up, the banners, the cover, the landing pages, the email welcome setup, lead nurturing emails, you get the 1,000 keywords, the 30 video titles. We're actually going to give you 30 videos worth $6,000, the opening hooks, the 1 month calendar, a value of $1,463. When you add everything up together, that works out to be $33,000. But you know, we're not going to charge you anywhere close to that, right? Because like I said, money is important, but you know that it's really important to make an investment in yourself. Like I told you, I spent $5,000, right, just on a coach, and has spent much more than that on masterminds and mentorship. So we could easily, you know, charge $5,000 or $10,000 for that, but that's not going to happen. I'm about to make you a very special offer, you know, as a favor to Mike. So this offer you're going to see one time only. So make sure once the link drops that you sign up now. You will get an opportunity to join the S.O.L.D System Video Marketing Mentorship and Masterclass program, plus the YouTube Shorts. Get all of the support, all of the tickets, the strategy call, plus all of the bonuses that we mentioned earlier for the low price of $997. Okay, that is available to you guys for the next 15 minutes only. There is the link there on the bottom. I think that Magda is going to put it in the chat. And I'm going to tell you something. Remember, 1 hour of consultation with me costs like $250. You got to think about the value of the information that I was able to share with you guys just in these short 90 minutes. So I had a friend and she wanted to have a consultation with me, and it was going to cost her $250. I'm like, you know what? You might as well just buy the program, because if we have 4 meetings, it's going to cost you as much as the entire program, and you get access to me for an entire year, right? So now you get access to the S.O.L.D system, which is not available to the public. Yours now for only $997, right? There is the URL up top. Again, I also think that it's in the banner. You could also choose, if you want, a free pay option of $397, so you'll pay a little bit more and extend your payments out, or just one time of $997. Plus, we have a 1-year money back guarantee. So this is absolutely 100% risk-free. If you implement all of the strategies that we tell you to do and you still don't get the results, if you don't make your money back after a year, our team will work with you to get you where you want to go, because it's not about getting the money back, right? It's about you getting the business and the life that you want and deserve. We want to make sure that happens for you, right? As much as my little granddaughter is annoying me coming and interrupting this meeting, I still get to live out my dream of having a legacy, living life on my own terms. So our team will work with you to make sure that you are a strategic success, that you're getting those leads, you're getting those sales, and you're making those conversions. If not, we will give you a free refund, a full refund rather, no questions asked, plus a $200 Amazon gift card just for your troubles, right? So you're going to want to act fast, because I have a special fast action bonus. If for whoever gets in, and I really think I can probably, because of the strategy calls that we have and the one-on-one attention to your business, your branding, the cover banners, all of those things, and all the other projects I'm involved in, I cannot take more than about 10 to 12 people, right? So for the next 10 to 12 people that get in within the next 15 minutes, however much money is collected at that time, 10% of it I'm going to donate to a cause, you know, that you groupsters can vote on or whatever Mike wants, but I want to give back. So I've got this fast action bonus. If you get involved with the S.O.L.D system now, with everything that's included plus the bonuses, we will donate back 10% of that to a charity of Mike and Michelle's of Wish, right? So that's our fast action bonus. So you're going to want to go ahead and order now. And when you do, this is what you can expect. Again, the link is on the screen. It should also be in the chat. You will come up with a page and it looks like this. It'll say, hey, you know, you've got like 30 minutes to get this program. This is everything that comes in it. You enter your contact information. You'll see some testimonials there on the side. And once you have selected your option, it's going to take you to our thank you page or our confirmation page with a little welcome video from me. Welcome to the S.O.L system. This is how you collect all of your bonuses. Be sure to book your strategy call with us right away so that we can get you, like I said, off to a fast start. Plus, you know, the calendar is going to fill up pretty quickly. So make sure you book that once you hit once you've entered your information and you're ready to move on, right? So in case you want in, but you're still a little bit hesitant, I completely understand that. You know, it's not uncommon to have questions about the course provider, or, you know, are you gonna have enough time to do it? Do I have enough money to invest in the course? I don't know if I know enough to be successful in the course. What if I can't apply the information? None of that exists here, okay? I'm the course provider. It doesn't take you any time at all. It's going to cost you no money to invest, to implement the things that we're going to tell you that's going to make you money. Remember, strategic organic leads on demand, so you're going to get a high rate of return. You know, it's not, the information is not that hard. It's not hard at all. It's just you may not have known these little tips or tricks or strategies to do, or the order in which to do them, right? And you'll be able to apply the information because, like I said, it's not technical, it's not scholastic, it's a very fun, casual, sort of colloquial, me talking to you one-on-one about how to grow your business. The material, like I said, it's easy to understand. You know your outcomes and objectives. They're to have 30 videos, to have search engine optimized titles, to have thumbnails. I mean, you know the outcome of the course already. You know that you're going to get lots of support and guidance because you meet with me in our group coaching call once a week, where we actually go through everything and look at your particular case. People actually all the time ask me advice on other stuff too. So that's really wonderful. We've got great reviews, and all the information is immediately applicable, right? So you got to absolutely do this for yourself. If what you're doing right now is not working, if you need the guidance and the support, and you know that you deserve to succeed. If you don't do it, what's likely to happen in my experience is you're going to continue to spin your wheels, or struggle, or suffer, or self-sabotage for some reason, or you will continue to go and grow, but it's going to be really, really slow. Right. So in my opinion, right, if you put anything else, remember we talked about the cart and the horse, if you put anything ahead of lead generation, you got to ask yourself, am I crazy? And what I mean by crazy is, like, that's what happens when you continually repeat activities with zero yield. If what you're doing is not working, if what you're doing is not bringing in mass leads monthly, you could be causing yourself to suffer. But that's because you didn't have a structure, a strategy, or anything that was simplified or step-by-step before, but now you do. So you can put an end to all of that crazy madness, right? No more putting the cart before the horse. You know exactly what to do. Today you get access to the S.O.L system. Like I said, all of those things all together added up would be about like 33 grand, but today it's yours for only $9.97 for the next 15 minutes. Only. So there you go, $9.97, or those 3 payments of $3.97. So there's really no excuse. There's only execution, right? If you're an entrepreneur on a budget, you're struggling to get your business off the ground, this is the perfect opportunity for you. Even if you're just starting out, or if you are, you know, a successful expert like I am, because there are always things to learn. There's always something that you may not have known, that razor's edge that can take you to the next level and just burst through the doors, right? So this is exactly the right time, the right moment, the right product, and the right time for you to get started, because you deserve it. And you have to know that you are worth it, and we are here for you to support you. Right? Support, like I told you, is super, super important. That's something you really don't get elsewhere. And we talked about being crazy earlier before, right? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results, right? So you have to do something different, right? If you change nothing, nothing will change. And that is why this is such a revolutionary idea. So go ahead, take advantage of all of the 12 bonuses that we're going to be offering. Remember, we've got that 100% 1 year make your money back guarantee. So with all of that, the only question I have right now is really and truly, like, why wouldn't you? So go ahead and order now. This is the last time that you are going to see this offer, Remember, it is not available to the public. And with that, I guess I will see if we have any questions. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. And other than that, I will take questions and I will see you guys on the other side. Yay, Groosters. It's been such a pleasure talking to you guys all today.
Wow. Nakimbe, I told people in the beginning, in the introduction, they'll remember how excited I was to have you here and have you share this S.O.L.D system. And now the comments in the chat, I know you were busy sharing it, but we're off the charts. They're like, this is awesome. And they're even like, I love that her daughter came out and you shared, that's not even your daughter, that's your granddaughter. You don't look like you have a granddaughter, but that's your granddaughter. So they love that as well, because I mean, as you said, this isn't the Queen's English, this is real life. And you help real entrepreneurs deal with real life and get the S.O.L.D system to create leads at rapid rates, even though you said it doesn't happen super fast, but if you follow the S.O.L.D system trainings and methods and guidance that Nakimbe and her team points you down the path of, you'll be surprised at how fast it can work. It's when you use that step-by-step process, which she showed, it's amazing how synergy connects. And next thing you know, you're targeting your optimal leads and you're getting leads on a daily basis. And it starts off a little slow, but then as you get it, just continually grows. Super amazing.
Stream, a nice steady stream, you know.
So I was pumped. I was thrilled. The comments in the chat were awesome. I think you said your assistant is here. She might have written down some. I saw questions coming in along the way. There may be some that you may not have touched on if she wants to share those with you. Groups.
Just yeah, I'm right here. Can you hear me? Okay, great. Yes. So Sonolve had a question about the email templates, and she wanted to understand if the templates are individually created for her. How personalized are they?
Yeah, well, when we sit with you and we have your first strategy call, you know, we'll ask you if you have a branding document or what your colors, what the point is, and make sure that everything is synergistic and aligned. So your YouTube page, you know, connects to your YouTube, your email template. So yes, it is customized to using, you know, your branding, your colors, your messaging. Yeah, it's all customized.
All right, great, thank you. And then Lee is asking as well, and I'm just gonna read it out. I'm selling an SaaS trading platform, so local and mobile marketing doesn't matter to me. Does the $197 upsell make sense for the social media marketing?
Oh, absolutely. So if you have a SaaS product, what I tell people is depending on what you're selling, there are still lots of local directories that you could be listed in. Again, the S.O.L.D system is about getting strategic organic leads on demand, and there are directories for doctors, directories for lawyers, directories for teachers that have reviews and comments. So if you offer software as a service and there's a directory for that, like there's even a JV directory, like there are associations and directories for every business where you can list your business for free, but you may not know about them. So absolutely, as far as mobile, like if you have a brochure or you're doing a presentation online, you should have a QR code. People can just scan that QR code, go right into your landing page, or you might have a demonstration of your SaaS product. So, and that's a great question. A lot of people actually do think that the different methods don't apply to them, but they do. The reason that people think they don't is because, again, they don't go deep enough, wide enough. They're not aware of all of the different little things. For local marketing, for example, without giving everything away, but with local marketing, for example, the way you write your business on your website should be consistent with how it shows up in your Google listing, should be consistent with how it shows up in a directory. Because if you have, you know, like 627 Circle Court apartment 108, and then you have it listed somewhere else as 108-XYZ Court, your address, it's called NAP, name, address, and phone number. If it appears differently everywhere online, those are called citations, and we do cover that in the local marketing module. You don't look as credible to Google, and it's going to impact your page ranking. So something as simple as making sure your name, address, and phone number shows up looking the same way consistently on your website, on directories, gives you more like page rank juice. So you absolutely should not miss one single solitary strategy or tactic of the S.O.L system. Not you, but people just may not be aware.
I'm going to jump in real quick. Nakimbe, can you put the slide up that shows people what URL they can go to take advantage of this?
Sure.
And while you're doing that, I'm just going to reiterate, this is unbelievable. And you saw, yes, she is friends with the group higher up. She's friends with Mike, friends with Michelle, friends with me. And that's where you need to go right there. And it's inside the chat. You can click on it, go there, see all the things that she mentioned. You're going to see amazing testimonials there because she fulfills, she delivers on the promises that she made. And she, as you can see, knows her stuff and helps people implement this to achieve great results without having to go down that path of the paid advertising and all that fun stuff. This is free. So, all right. Sorry, I just want to make sure that they could see that. If you haven't gone there yet, go to it, click on the link, and I will bounce out of here so you guys can answer some more questions.
All right.
Okay, great. So we have Ignacio is asking if this system works for real estate leads. And alternately, I'm just going to add on as well. Brian is asking, will this work well in the CBD gummies industry, B2C industry?
Yeah, let me tell you. So those are both, like I said, I work 40,000 different entrepreneurs, businesses. And so the first one was CBD. And the second one was CBD. What was the first one? Oh, real estate.
Real estate, yeah.
I have a lot of real estate agents that like this system because for some reason I have a friend who's a broker and says that the people on his team don't want to spend money on leads. So you have to understand that because people are so consumed with video, because people do search for things, like if you have video for your real estate, if you talk about staging, like you just have to make content, right? If you make content, you will find out what content works for your real estate industry or niche. You can be really niche specific with the keywords that you use in your titles for your particular video. As a real estate, you may specialize in luxury homes or equestrian homes or whatever. Make video content about that so you can be found through those search engines on YouTube and on Google. And the same thing is for CBD. What's a CBD gummy? How is it different? How does it go into my bloodstream? Is it good for me? Is it bad for me? Different companies, like no matter what it is, no matter what you do, you have content, you have information, and if you put that into video format, like I said, it can go viral, blah, 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 all the things I talked about earlier, right? And then you can leverage that content on all the other different platforms. You can, again, strip out the information. You can have a white paper or a downloadable report on, how CBD is different than THC. Like, we'll do the initial research for you. Remember, we're coming up with the titles, we're coming up with the keywords. So you don't have to think about those things for yourself. But yes, absolutely, it does not matter what service sector or industry that you're in. People want to consume your content. You need to be making video and then leverage that video content for other aspects to propel your business. So short answer, yes, it definitely helps real estate agents. It helps SaaS companies, and it will also help you if you sell CBD gummies. I love that question. All right, I think we got a couple minutes left. Magda, do you have anything else for me? If not, people can sign up to our newsletter or enter their information. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll put my email in the chat if anyone wants to send me any personal questions. I think I can write in the chat.
Sure, yeah. No, that's it for questions, so we're all good.
Good. Well, with that, Tom, I'll let you sign off.
Wow, Nakimbe, thank you for taking time out of your busy day, time with your precious granddaughter. The Groupsters loved seeing your granddaughter. Just showed the human aspect of not only are you a kick butt, amazing entrepreneur and coach and guide and mentor, but you're also an amazing grandma, mother, and we appreciate you and all that you do. I'm gonna have to get some water in a second. My apologies. So, Groupsters, you see the link there. You see the link in the chat. Go there now. Reserve your spot. This will be one of the best decisions you made. We back Nakimbe with all knowledge that she follows through on the promises that she makes, and her clients love her, and you will find out why when you engage with her beyond the engagement that we had today, which you already love her, you're going to love her more. So Nakimbe, thank you for taking time out of your day. We're awesome. We're thankful that we're friends, and we're thankful that you're here to share this information with the Groupsters, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes. All
Any
right.
final words for those people? Any final words for those people thinking that haven't yet moved forward? What's the last final words that if they're like, man, should I, shouldn't I? What's that thing to push them over the fence?
Whatever is stopping you is something that it's in your mind. It's fear. It's false evidence appearing real because there's nothing in the presentation that doesn't work. We back it up with a full money back guarantee. We promise results. The only thing that is stopping you is you. Get out of your own way. Know and understand you deserve success, and we will partner with you. We will not let you fail.
Awesome. You have everything to gain, nothing to lose. Click the link, go to grooveover.to/sold system now. Sign up with Nakimbe, and you are in good hands. Thanks again, Nakimbe. We'll talk with you soon. Bye for now.
Thanks, Groove Sirs. Bye, guys.